Okay, so I'm going to go over how I modified one of my proprietary battery packs for my Yu Xiang Bell F08. Originally, I was trying to find individual 1S cells to modify the stock setup, where I was actually going to find cells this size and this capacity. They're combined, it's 1200 milliamp hours, 2S, 7.4 volts. But I had problems doing that. So I kind of gave up on that for a little while. I can find cells, but they're not, I don't know, like the quality of them. So I didn't really want to go through all the trouble of getting it soldered in. And then, it didn't really last very long and, waste money and time and effort on it. Long-winded story. I went through and found some cells that were close, but that's made by a company. They used to be made by a company called Tattoo. They don't make them anymore. So I ended up settling and said, okay, well, to hell with that. I at least would try to modify a cell with a standard 2S lipo battery. So I settled on a Gens Ace battery pack. This is actually a hard pack, and it's for rock crawlers. But the dimensions were right. It actually fit in the old pack. With some modification, you have to haul everything out, get it all gutted, remove everything. This is from the cell that I modified. These are completely dead, so there's no danger here. I put an LED across them and made sure that, they're dead. Trust me. I don't mess around with these things. This one is at 7.6. It's at storage voltage. This one actually still works. I could charge it via the USB and it would work. But this had puffed out pretty badly because I used to store them fully charged, not knowing any better when I first started buying these things early last year. So the swelling did go down, but the performance of the cells deteriorated so much that it's really not any good. I do have another one. I had 3 of these. That one actually works okay. So I am actually going to still use that cell and the modified pack. Right now I modified my helicopter with XT30 dongles. One in the helicopter, one on the cell. Put it together, slide it in like normal, and then the wires slide up into the cavity that's right here. The downside is it's a little cumbersome. It's not for everyone. I just did it because I like to mess around with stuff. I actually modified this to be collective pitch. It's not. It doesn't have the stock board in there. There's a flight controller board from a Huey F07V, which is the 3D 6G capable version of the Huey that Yu Xiang makes. So that's what I do. I screw around with things like that. So this is like my little test mule. So I decided just to modify it, put a dongle in. I'm actually going to put the contacts back in so that the stock cell and the modified pack will work. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to do that this weekend. So to get it in, you connect it, then just slide it in and it goes up in there. Like I said, it's not for the faint of heart. It takes a little getting used to, but now when I do it, I get it in the first time, every time. It just took a few times to get it. So I'm actually fine with it. And then I tinker with things too, so it doesn't matter to me. But that's the only way I found to modify cell without having to buy new ones so far. I still can't find quality packs that are this size and capacity that I trust enough to go through the process of soldering it in to rebuild the pack that way. Some people might want to do that, and that makes sense because you don't have to modify the helicopter. I don't have a problem with the modification. I don't fly it very often, but I do fly it still, so I want to be able to use these packs and the stock one. So I'm going to modify this pack with this eventually. So this is Gens Ace 1150 hard pack. So you see the stats there. It's a 2S1P 8.51 watt hour, 7.4 volt, 60C. So it runs the helicopter just like the stock pack does. The flight times are about the same. I really only fly to for about 9 minutes anyway, even with the stock pack. And I think the voltage it finishes at is just under storage. So I have to storage charge it for maybe 10 minutes, which is no big deal for me. To me, like that's no big deal. I balance storage charge it, because there's a balance cable. All right, so the downside, it is you have to learn how to put it in. If you like the stock packs that just slide in and clip in, and you don't like fumbling with things a little bit, you probably won't like that. But this modification, these cells were $17 each. They were on sale, so I got two. So it's $34 for just over $4 over the cost of a brand new pack. I can have two. Flight times are about the same. No big deal to me about fumbling to put it in. So that's what I did. I'm still casually looking for cells, but I haven't really been putting too much effort into it. I've been a little busy with work and stuff. But if I find two cells that are of good quality, I'll modify it and show, make a video on that. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't really care. Like I just like fumbling, screwing around with stuff like that. And so I just did it just because. You don't have to. They're $30 each though. So I decided to modify it and see if I can make it work, and these do. So that's all I have. Till next time.